Hello and welcome to a brand new episode. And if you're watching on YouTube, you may have noticed that I've got a slightly different setup. Rather than actually going through my laptop, I have actually now invested in a podcast arm. So I can talk a little bit more freely and I can film through my phone, so the quality looks a little bit better. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. So yeah, hello. This episode is actually probably, when you look at it and you look at the title and you think, whoa, Emma, like, what the hell? But yeah, this episode is all about fuck new year, fuck new me, pretty much. Because I am not about that whole life of these New Year's resolutions that everyone makes. And I can guarantee you that it always ends up being that people are going to say, I'm going to lose 5 stone by the end of this year and I'm going to look amazing in my clothes are going to fit, blah, 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 everything like that. And probably by the time it hits day 16, you've given up already. And the chances is that when you get to that time where it's like, it could be day 1, it could be day 2 that you've thrown in the towel and already gone, no, I'm not going to do it. You actually need to start looking internally as to the reason why you are giving up on these goals or these resolutions per se so quickly. And I'm going to take you through this episode in basically sod new year, new me. And actually I'm going to give you, I think there's 3 different tools that I'm going to share with you that you can do instead to actually make you feel better about yourself and boost your confidence, rather than punishing yourself so much when it comes to the way you look and the way you feel about yourself. So the reason why I am so fuck new year, new me, all that jazz really, why I'm so anti that is because I have been there, and I would always get to January the 1st and I'd be like, right, I'm going to start the gym, I'm going to join, I'm going to go to Slimming World, which I have been to Slimming World so many times, and it's just never ever worked for me. And there's a reason why it's never ever worked for me, but I'm not gonna, I used to be like, oh, I'm gonna go on this diet and I'm gonna succumb and be a victim to the diet toxic culture, all that sort of stuff. I'm gonna restrict my calories, I'm not gonna go out and have dinner and indulge, or I'm not gonna have chocolate or anything like that. I was one of them people that would always do that as soon as January the 1st hit. And that to me is a detriment to marketing, because once it hits January the 1st, or even a little bit before that, is that retailers, whether it's supermarkets or it's high street, they are literally throwing activewear at you. They are showing all the recipe books for diets. They're what else are they doing? All these healthy foods. They're promoting Veganuary, they're promoting Dry January. You've got gyms that are here's these discounts. If you join in January and you get this month free or whatever they're doing. And then you've got Slimming World that are giving you leaflets through your door, and they're oh, come and join Slimming World. And it's just everywhere. All this marketing is just everywhere because it's just a thing for them to come and basically take your money from you, knowing full well that you probably won't get anywhere because your mind is not there. Your body can do anything that you put your mind to, but if your mindset is not there, you are not going to make it happen. And that's the thing I had to learn, in the fact that all these thoughts and everything that I had about myself, all the things that I didn't love about myself when it comes to my body, the way I hated myself even when I looked in the mirror, the constant need for being on a diet, I couldn't even feel like I could have chocolate or anything like that because it was oh my God, it's against sins, I can't eat them. And I would just be living in this whole cycle every single year, thinking that that's going to be the key to make me feel better about themselves, and not actually realizing that it is my mind and the way that I view myself. So that's something I do really want to talk about. And this is actually essentially what this whole podcast is about, really, is about the mindset and how you're going to improve it so then you can boost your confidence, rather than feeling the need to just like punish yourself constantly and thinking that, oh, I'm going to need to do like 10 kilo weights to lose this weight. And it's like no pain, no gain, right? Because that's what we've been told our whole entire life, that, you know, you need to do this and that. And now I'm not saying that I am totally against the whole going to the gym and, you know, I'd say probably more so the diet toxic culture. But I'm not against the whole going to the gym and joining the gym. What I am against is how you eternally approach it. So if you're going to the gym thinking that I need to be smaller, I need to lose the weight to fit in a like pair of jeans, or, you know, I need to lose weight to fit into societal behaviors, and I'm going to push myself so hard that I'm going to like faint or pass out, or like those programs that I used to watch that was in America, what were they called, like The Biggest Loser or something, and they'd push them so hard that they would be going to the gym like 12 hours a day, and they'd be pushing them so hard that they would be throwing up, and they think that's amazing. Once I get to that stage I'm throwing up, that is great, I've done my job like for the day. And I think it's just so horrible to be in that mindset. But I think if you're going to the gym for pure health reasons and you just want to be fitter and you want to be stronger, and you're not going to restrict yourself, you're going to have real foods, but you're going to have that chocolate and you're going to have that piece of cake, you're not going to restrict yourself from it, then that is totally fine. Like, I am not against going, no, you don't need to go to the gym. Like, there's lots of people out there, especially on social media, where they're like, you need to do this at the gym, and then there's other people that like, you don't do any of this at all. I am not one of them people. I am in between. You can go to the gym, but it needs to be from a different place, and it needs to be from a healthy place and not a horrible punishing yourself type of place. So I know this full well from experience that obviously I went to the gym punishing myself, but I have recently gone back to the gym. Well, I did last year. I went to Zumba, and one of my goals for this year is actually I want to get back into swimming, because I really enjoy swimming. I used to swim a lot when I was a child, and I just generally enjoy it and I have fun. And the same with Zumba. I love dancing. I love having dance parties in my room, and it's something that I enjoy doing. So there's a complete difference to me pushing myself so hard on the treadmill or doing weights and something I don't actually enjoy, than me actually going to the gym and doing Zumba and swimming, because it's something I actually really enjoy and have fun doing. So there's two different places that can come from, and I want you to work out what place they're actually coming from. So if you are someone that's like, I want to go and join the gym, great, amazing, but look internally and to think, actually, is this coming from a genuine healthy place, or is this coming from a punishment, I want to look smaller to basically fit in society? Think about those sort of things. So that's a little bit, obviously, I'm not this is a little bit into, like, I'm not obviously into the whole fact that I really hate the gym or anything like that. That's just a little bit behind it. But there are other things. Obviously, when you talk about new year, new me, we think about changing the whole entire, like, entirety of ourselves pretty much. And that's not what it's about. Everyone's in this whole energy of like, I want to change this and I want to change that. Great, amazing. But it's actually more so about coming home to yourself and actually being the true, authentic version of yourself, rather than actually changing the whole entirety of yourself. So that's why I'm against the whole new year, new me, because you don't need to be a new person, a brand new person that no one even recognizes. What it's all about is actually coming back to yourself and coming home to yourself and to your truth and actually being the authentic person of yourself. So I'm going to go into a couple of things that actually you can do this January rather than, you know, succumb into the diet toxic culture and everything like that. So I want to touch on this first thing, and it's all about beliefs and the beliefs you have about yourself. So internally, it's such an amazing thing that when you change your beliefs, your confidence literally skyrockets, because you've got to the root of the cause of why you feel the way that you feel about yourself. So with our limiting beliefs, if this is a whole brand new concept to you, then great, amazing. If you already know what limiting beliefs are, then amazing. We can still do some more work on it. So with your limiting beliefs, obviously when you're a child, you are essentially a sponge from the age of 3 to about 7. And everything that goes on around you, you absorb everything that people talk about to you. So for example, one big limiting belief that everyone always has is that money doesn't grow on trees. Those limiting beliefs are then told to you essentially from either like your parents or your siblings or anything like that, anyone around you. Those limiting beliefs are then put onto you, and then that's what you grow up with. So essentially for me, when I was 7 years old, that's the earliest memory I have of my life. I don't remember anything else prior to being 7 years old, but I do remember all the limiting beliefs that I had before that time, which is mad, because you carry them and you take them into your childhood, and then that then essentially affects the way you live your life, because those limiting beliefs are stopping you and blocking you to live the way you want to live and authentically live the way you want to live. Until you unblock those barriers, you will pretty much are stuck against a brick wall and you will not go anywhere. So when it comes to the way you think about yourself, the way, you know, there could be something that you really hate about your body, or essentially you could just generally hate the way you look. I've been there. I've generally hated the way I look, but when you have so much hate, it's so exhausting to wake up every morning and you're just like avoiding the mirror, or, you know, you feel ugly in your clothes or anything like that. It is essentially really exhausting. But we need to break down the reasons why you feel those ways. So I want you to grab a journal, and I want to give you, I think, 3 prompts. I've got them written down in front of me. And I'm going to give you some prompts for you to work through and essentially break down these limiting beliefs so that we can change them and you can start boosting your confidence. So the first the first prompt I'm going to give you is, what are the beliefs you have about yourself? So write down anything that you believe to be your truth about yourself. The next prompt is, has anything happened in your childhood to make you feel this way about yourself? And the third prompt I want you to answer is, are these my beliefs or someone else's beliefs? Do you generally feel that way about yourself, or has someone else projected their beliefs onto you? Go through these prompts in your journal, go through them, and essentially what you've written down for your beliefs. So for example, I used to be called fat when I was a child, quite a lot. Even when I was at school, I would be called fat, and that would then be one of my beliefs that, okay, I'm a fat person. How can we change that so we can flip it on its head and make it a positive? And then basically, so what we could turn around and say is, I'm a beautiful woman who loves the way I look. And you're probably thinking, what the hell? I'm not going to believe that. But when you start something like that, and we call these affirmations, if you don't already know, when you start telling your brain that, and you keep telling your brain that, your brain is then going to start believe it, and then you are then going to look at yourself and think, actually, I am beautiful. And that limiting belief that you think that you're fat and you're ugly is going to go away, because you've got to the root problem of why you have that belief and where it's come from, and you then flipped it on its head, turned it into a positive, and then you tell yourself that positive every day, and it's going to make you feel so much better about yourself and boost your confidence. Now, this isn't just a shortcut. This is not something that is going to be like a quick overnight thing and it's going to be like, oh my God, I feel amazing about myself. No, it doesn't work like that. This is actually work that you are constantly going to have to do. And I'm still doing it now, and I've been doing it for a good couple of years now. And it's something that you are just going to have to keep working at, because these limiting beliefs are going to keep coming up. So for example, if you're showing up on social media for your business, let's per se, and I don't know, for example, you put a filter on your stories. Why are you putting a filter on your stories? Why is that stopping you from showing up as yourself? What are you believing as to why you're then putting a filter on your stories? Is it something like, I've got too many spots and I can't show them because people think I'm going to be ugly and that people aren't going to take me seriously as a business owner? Could it be something like that? Or could it be something like you were told in the past about a feature of your face or something like that you have believed when actually it's not true, but someone else has put their beliefs onto you? Think about all those things and write them all down in your journal. And again, flip it, turn it into a positive, and tell yourself that every single day. And that's when you'll start seeing the boost in your confidence. The next thing, so the second thing that I want to talk about, is actually dressing for your body shape. Now, when I learned how to dress for my body shape, oh my goodness, that was probably the most powerful thing that I could have ever done. And that's why I ended up becoming a personal stylist, actually, because I wanted other people to feel this like amazing about themselves purely through clothes. Now, when you learn how to dress for your body shape, you actually learn how to find different styles that suit your body shape, and you learn to disguise parts of your body that you are not so comfortable with. So for example, I was not comfortable with my stomach whatsoever. I used to hate my stomach. I used to hate looking at it. Now I just love all its squishiness and it's amazing. But I used to feel like that. And once I found out obviously what my body shape was, so I am a pear with an apple tummy. Once I learned how to style that and disguise it, oh my goodness, I felt so much better about myself. And because then I could look in the mirror and I'm like, I can't see my stomach. Like, oh my God, this is amazing. And that's when my confidence then started shining through, because I was like, actually, I look incredible. And I used to hide myself in so many baggy jumpers, because I thought that if I hide myself in baggy clothes, which a lot of us do, I thought if I did that, then one thing, I'm going to blend in with everyone else and no one else is going to notice me and notice my insecurities, which fact, no one actually cares about your insecurities because they've probably got their own insecurities to worry about. And the fact is I thought it was going to make me look smaller, because I was always obsessed with wanting to look smaller than what I actually was. And instead it just made me look bigger. And it made me feel worse about myself because I was hiding my whole entire body, when actually when I learnt to dress for the body I have rather than slimming down into those go outfits, I felt so much better about myself. And that's when my confidence started coming out. And that's when I was like, I felt fabulous about posting on social media and, you know, going out in public and like filming in public or things like that. Like there's so many different things that I do now that I never used to do, purely because of the way I used to dress myself. So learning how to dress for your body shape is such a powerful tool to have. And obviously pairing that with the mindset, oh my goodness, that's when your confidence is literally going to skyrocket. And that's why I'm a personal stylist that helps women with their mindset as well as obviously their body shape, because when you have both, oh my goodness, the confidence is just priceless. It really is. Because I've had so many clients in the past where they've turned around and said to me like, they've come to me, we've done a session all about their body shape, I've told them how to dress for themselves, everything like that. I've given them all the tools that they can take forward and that they can run with. But the fact is that they still think that they're still telling themselves that like, I look ugly in this, or I don't like the top of my arms, or anything like that. They are telling themselves, when actually, when you look at them and you think, why have you got these insecurities? Because they don't even exist. But I am telling them from an outside perspective, but they are not going to believe me, purely because they are telling themselves this every single day. And that's why I have said at the beginning about doing limiting beliefs and changing them so that we can then feel confident about ourselves, so that when we dress for our body shape and dress in the clothes, you're going to enjoy it, you're going to have fun, you're going to feel incredible about yourself. And I've always had people that have turned around and said to me, I've had hate on Instagram where people have turned around and said to me like, wear what you want. Yes, okay, yes, wear what you want. But I have women that come to me that want to learn how to dress for their body shape so that they can feel confident in themselves, so that they can then dress and wear what they want. There's a difference. Rather than just wearing what you want and not having the confidence, wearing what you want but having the confidence, they're two different things. And that's what I then preach, in the fact that I want to help women feel good about themselves and dress for the body shape they have, so then they can go and wear what they want and feel fabulous about it, and walk down the street with their head held high, or, you know, walk into that podcast studio like looking fierce and fabulous, or walking on stage feeling like sexy as hell. That's the difference. And if you are someone that does want to learn about how to dress for your body shape, then I do have a body shape mini course called Killer Confidence, which I will leave in the show notes or in the YouTube description box, which you can go and purchase. It's all passive, so you just learn everything. I give you all the tools on how to find out what your body shape is and how to dress for your body shape. And yeah, which is amazing. So the third thing I want to talk about is actually clean out your wardrobe. Simple as. Everyone's in this energy right now where they're just like, let's go, come on, like brand new year, like I want to do this, I want to do that. Like everyone's pumped, and like, or you could have the opposite effect where people are like depressed because it's just gone Christmas. But I'm one of those people where I'm like, yeah, 2025 is going to be amazing. Like I'm going to do this. When you reset your wardrobe, you will feel so much better about yourself. For one, you will be clearing out so many bad energy and negative energy that you have when it comes to your clothes. So for example, you could be holding on to goal outfits that you think, once I lose weight, I'm going to slim down to that outfit and I'm going to feel amazing about yourself. But then in reality, that never happens. And then every time you open up your wardrobe and you see that outfit, you always feel depressed and sad about yourself. I've been there. I've literally done the same thing. I threw them out and got rid of them, because we don't want that negative energy inside our wardrobe, and we don't want to be feeling that every time we open our wardrobe. We want to feel amazing. We want to feel pumped. We want to feel inspired. We want to feel like, yes, I'm ready to take on the whole freaking world. That's what we want to feel when we open up our wardrobes. Another thing is we end up buying the exact same things when it comes to our wardrobes. Like, we end up buying 5 pairs of the same jeans. We end up buying like 6 white t-shirts. We don't need that many clothes. We really don't. Less is far more. And I know that that phrase gets thrown around all the time, but it really is true. Less is more. Yeah, okay, if you've got a pair of jeans, stick to 2. Or a t-shirt, stick to 2, because when one is in the wash, you can still wear another one. Don't buy like so many. And the thing is with that is, the fact is, because you're so used to seeing it in your wardrobe, you then just end up going to the shops and you buy the same things because you think, oh, that's what I like and that's what I'm going to wear, because you've seen it so much in your wardrobe. That's the reason why. But when we actually clear out our wardrobes and we can see what is in our wardrobes, that is when you get inspired, and that's when you feel excited about getting up for your day, and you get pumped, and you know, you're like, oh, I want to make this outfit, because you can physically see what is in your wardrobe. When you have an overflowing wardrobe that you can't see what the hell is in there, you end up just reaching for the same outfit every single day, and that's where you feel uninspired and you feel like, I can't do this or do that. That's why. So do yourself a favour, reset your wardrobe, clear it out. And the thing is as well, I'm going to be doing a YouTube video where I'm going to show you exactly how to reset your wardrobe. So do keep an eye out on that, and that will be at Emma Story Style, and that's my YouTube channel. It'll probably be up maybe after I've done this podcast episode, I'm not sure, but keep an eye out for that, because I will show you exactly how to set up your wardrobe for 2025, so then you can feel inspired and feel amazing and incredible and boost your confidence. So yeah, so those are my 3 things to do this January instead of succumbing to the whole new year, new me. These are the things, these are the tools that I want to give you so that you can then set yourself up to start your beautiful self-love journey for 2025 and feel most incredible about yourself, boost your confidence, and go for the things that you want to do in life. So that things that you put on your vision board, you are going to go for it because you feel incredible about yourself. So yeah, thank you so much for listening to this episode. If you enjoyed it, then, do your usual thing of like, subscribe over on YouTube, or give me a 5-star review on Spotify, and I will see you in the next one.